Welcome to FS MaNiA and the flight deck of Carenado's Hawker 850 XP. This is part 5 of our Hawker series, and we are currently descending into Kenai, Alaska, preparing to shoot an ILS approach. So buckle up, and let's see if we can get this baby on the ground in one piece. Okay, let's see how we're doing here. So we're pretty much past all the high terrain. There's Swan's intersection, and we're about 30 miles away from that. Descending now at 600 feet a minute, what the FMS is doing. APU is indicating that it is on, so that's good. So landing is imminent. There's, I think, maybe Cook Inlet off in the distance there. Yep, I'm pretty sure that is Cook Inlet. And then there's some pretty high mountains on the other side of the inlet. Mount Redoubt, for one. Yeah, I was going to mention some things about Kenai. I think I may have run out of time. Let's see what I had. Fun facts, Kenai, population 7,000, motto, village with a past, city with a future. And it may slow us up here just a little bit. Frame rates are really taking a hit here. Actually, this airplane's been good on them, but perhaps doesn't help. So I think I'm going to ease back on our power now just a little bit. Start slowing up. Still about 24 miles out, so we're okay. Okay, so what else? Kenai, the translated Kenai means, in the local language, translated it means flat meadow, open area with few trees, base, low ridge. Now, they packed all that into one word. So Kenai, that's what it means. After the Alaska Purchase, the United States Army in about 1869 established a post there called Fort Kenai, and it didn't last long. And in 1888, a prospector discovered gold on the Kenai Peninsula, and the amount of gold, though, unfortunately, was a small amount compared to later gold finds in the Klondike and Nome and Fairbanks. And let's see, the Kenai Airport construction began in 1937. In 1940, homesteads were opened in the area, and the first dirt road from Anchorage was constructed in 1951. Pavement would not arrive till 1956 with the construction of the Kenai Spur Highway, coming down through 5,000. He's back on that power now. Let's see, we're far out. 19 miles, okay. So we're going to have to slow up for this turn and go ahead and use this to come in a little bit tighter on our zoom. There was some other, 1985 world record largest sport called Chinook king salmon was taken from the Kenai River, weighing in at 97 pounds 4 ounces. 8 of the 10 largest king salmons caught in the world have come from the same river, making the city a popular fishing tourist location. Fun fact about Kenai. So, no more fun facts. Right now, let's get down to business and get this airplane on the ground. So we're 15 miles, coming through 4,700 feet. And we want to be at Swans at 2,000. Have had experience with this FMS doing just that. Actually getting down to that altitude a little bit before Swans. And also have had it miss it by a little bit, and I'm not sure why, unless it has to do perhaps with the fact that we changed the altimeter setting to the local 3051. Let me see if that still holds true, and it does. 3051 is still the correct setting, so we'll just figure that that's correct. I'm going to go ahead and close these main air valves now, and the flight deck heat valve can be closed. Preparation for landing. We've got our lights on.
Empire 661, not yet. Have traffic just passing off your right, 2 o'clock in 3.5 miles northeastbound of Skyline 2010. You're clear that traffic now. Contact Anchorage.
We had a lot more fun facts on this trip than normal. But I get a lot of good comments. People like the fun facts. So, you know, I've got a curious mind. I definitely enjoy learning new things and always looking up stuff. So Googling and internet's a great way to keep up to date on stuff. Okay, so let's go and take another peek here. We're 8 miles away, so I'm going to go ahead and ease our power on back now. Coming through 3400. Let's slow it on up, and I'm going to bring the power back to about 65%. And if we need speed brakes, we'll use them. So there's 65% there. And we're coming on down 6 miles, 3,100 feet, 600 feet a minute. Ground speed of 216, about a 7-knot wind coming off the nose there, so that'll help us. Coming down now through 3,000, 2,900. Miles away. Tell you what I'm going to do is let's just go ahead and extend the air brakes here for just a minute. If we get a caution light, lets us know. Get us slowed on down to about 180 or so.
2,500.
Thank you. There's 180. So we might have kept the power on just a little bit longer than we should have. 2,500, 2,400. So just going to watch the FMS do its thing here. We really need to be, should be at 2,000. We would like to be. That's what we've set it for. We're 2 miles from Swans. And 180 knots. Let's go ahead and get a stage of flaps in there. And there's the FMS. Looks like it's going to level off for a second there. So yeah, now we're headed to Koigi. I don't know how to say that, but kind of down through 2,100. So I have had it actually level off before at above 2,000, like at 2,300 or 400, 500, and don't know why. Okay, so we're going to be making a left turn in 2 miles at Koigi, and that'll put us on the final approach course. Just letting the speed kind of bleed off here. We've got first stage of flaps in. No gear. There's our 2,000. Okay. Well, and there's our turn. And in the turn, I expect to lose speed. Potentially altitude. See, the nose is dropping. May add a little bit of power. Help it out. Get everything lined up real nice in the turn. Now, here comes the tricky part. So we need to switch over to the Localizer. And I've not been able just to go into the approach mode. That's what we should be able to do, one would think. But I'm going to go ahead and hit the preset button right here. That puts us on the Localizer. I'm going to sync up the bearing. And I'm going to cut the autopilot off, get the alarm, cut it back on. Now I'm going to hit approach mode. That's how I've been able to get this to go from the FMS to approach mode. So yeah, that's what I have to do. But it gets the job done. So there we go. Now let me get in here. Got a glare. But we're holding our own on the altitude. I see it's gained a little. That's okay. We're below the glide slope, basically flying level, and getting pretty close to our approach speed. I'm going to add a little bit of just a little power. I don't want us to get too slow out here. Still got a good ways to go to get to the airport. And what I'll do when the glide slopes get about a bar there from intercepting it, we'll drop gear, add another stage of flaps. So the glide slope's alive. And coming up on the final approach fix, ready. And let's go ahead and drop the gear. Next stage of flaps. Coming down. There's our descent. Not too bad. Not too bad, actually. Emma there, you're doing a good job. George, you're helping. I know. Thank you. Okay, there we go. So, final check. Gears down. Flaps set, 25, engine sinks off, main air valves are closed, pressurization still showing a descent. I'm sure it'll be 0 by the time we get down, and engine sinks off. We're good to go. Anti-ice as required. We'll disengage the autopilot when we get a little closer. And looks like our speed's getting up a little bit too fast, so let's come back on that power. We got plenty of time to slow down. We're about 1,000 feet now above the ground.
1,000.
Thank you. And see the radio or radar altimeter, and unfortunately with the haze I cannot see Mount Redoubt over there, but I can see the runway, and that's the main thing. So showing indicating on the angle of attack indicator we're fast, and I know that. Ease back on the power, and I think we'll go ahead and get that third stage of flaps and final stage of flaps.
$500. 400.
Slowing up here.
300.
And let's go ahead and take over. Autopilot disengaged, altimeter disengaged. And we're in the groove. Didn't take a whole lot of flare. A little bit of left rudder.
40. 30. 20. 10.
Power coming back, air brakes deployed, reverse thrust, and brake. We have arrived, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Kenai. Reverse thrust. Oh, boy, those landing lights, I mean those center line lights are about to blind me here. There we go.
Minimum 100. 100. 40, 30, 20. $100, 50, 40, 30, 20.
Getting a caution light, but that is the out of trim condition that we have, so nothing that we need to concern ourselves with right at this moment. And let's get those flaps in and get those speed brakes. Okay, there we go. All in all, we'll walk away. We'll get clear of the active, and then we will clean up the airplane, taxi in, call it a day. So, yep, this plane, it's got its little quirks, as is pretty normal with Carenado, but, you know, just kind of persevere through them, figure it out, and you can make it work. You know, it's not a perfect world. Get rid of the caution light, and actually get rid of the indicator there. Let's say just retrim it. There it goes. And let's get rid of the lights up here. I just want taxi lights on. Get the beacons back to normal. Let's cut the strobes off. It's not there. Oops. Didn't mean that. There we go. Alright. And let's see. Check my checklist. After landing, air brakes, flaps, lights, pitot heat. Okay, there's something up here I was forgetting, and screen heat, all that off. And didn't bring my ignitions on for landing. Maybe should have done that. We got that off. And okay, air condition, we're leaving that on. Can go ahead and open up our cabin dump valve here. Not sure if we really need to here. I do have zero pressure differential. So radar we're not using, and APU is already started. Air conditioning's good, and let's go ahead and taxi in now. So okay, yep. All in all, not shabby. So, you know, I'm not in love with this airplane. There's too many other ones out there that are great, but it's a good heavy airplane. It almost flies like an airliner. And it's nothing against the Hawker itself, but this particular model, I don't like not being able to see the daggone instruments. I want to be able to see them from my normal viewpoint without having to put my head down there under that glare shield. So that just doesn't seem right. Probably it's not in the real world airplane that you would have to do that. I would not think. But yeah, it's just too hard to read those displays for whatever reason. But I have another version of this airplane, and I am going to do a video on it. If I've not already mentioned this, I'm going to do a video on it, and with that, feature that version with the Garmin GTN750, which is a touchscreen Garmin. Hey, there's a guy waving me in. So we'll do that and see how they compare. Yeah, I think he is waving me in. How you like that? I want to clip that Alaska Air Dash 8 Q400 over there. Yeah, he's pointing right there. Okay, I'm coming. Welcome. The city of Kenai welcomes you. Okay, we're in the right place for sure. Landed at the right airport. All right, I got it. That's good right there. All right, let's shut her down. Parking brake is set. And let's make sure we got those engines. Let's bring them back. There we go, idle. And let's get up here. I'm gonna cut on our, cut these off here. And let me look at my shutdown checklist. Parking brakes, thrust reversers, emergency lights. And so we want the engines to idle for 3 minutes, including taxi. I say we've got that. So let's go ahead and close the high pressure cocks. Let those babies wind down. And let's get back here and cut this bleed air on here on this unit, and I'm assuming that that generator's doing what it's supposed to. It's loaded. Okay, so cut off our beacon. Beacon's off, and cut off our taxi light there, and seat belts come off. Screen heat, all that's already off, and these alternators, we can shut them down. Let's see, let's come down here. We'll cut off these radio masters. Somebody left them on before. They don't really do anything, I don't believe, when we cut them off. And we're going to leave the airplane powered up, though, with the APU on. So we don't have any cautions there. Okay, so let's get out and check things out and see. So I don't know if I've mentioned it, but there's no luggage storage for that's a separate compartment. It's all stored in the cabin, so it makes it a little tight getting out of here. And that's been a complaint, I think, among some of the Hawker folks. But yeah, there's the luggage here, and there's another compartment in the back, and here's a little galley right there. And yeah, let's get this door open here. Let me get myself tight. You can't be big boy and do this. So let's see. Here's the handle. I must need to close this door here. Yeah. Okay. Now let's try it. Okay, that worked. Very nice. Now, if I open this, sorta in the way, but we'll take one last look at the cockpit, say goodbye, and we got a caution. It's probably telling me the door's open. How you like that? I can reach it from all the way from here. Close that back so we can get our little butt out of here. Oopsie, wrong way. Put my rocket power tennis shoes on before. Now let's go. Oh yeah, nice. It's a fancy little airplane over there. Paint job, I tell you. Somebody went all out on that thing. Okay, here we go. In Kenai. Where'd that fella go? There he is. So that's going to be about it for this episode of MaNiA. That'll conclude this series on the Hawker. And I hope you enjoyed that. I don't know what we're going to fly next, but it'll be something fun. And definitely probably going to, let's put on those rocket. Hey buddy. I'll tell you what, he jumped right in there, didn't he? So we're probably going to head back up there to Valdez, maybe do some float plane flying, you know, just like to explore while I'm in this area. And then we'll head over to Anchorage. And got a little treat once we get there. Fun little flight to take. And real nice details here. Rocket power tennis shoes, energized, and up we go. So yeah, we'll come back and do that. And once again, I do want to say thanks for watching. Stay tuned. There'll be lots more of fun flights, and good looking airplane there, the Hawker 850XP. And so if you like her, now you see that you got to work, you know, to flyer. She's not going to give up her secrets easy. But yeah, this is the Orbix Kenai Airport, and somewhere over in that area is Mount Redoubt, 10,000 feet, and we don't want to hit that when we fly out of here. But we're going to go back to Valdez. We might go over to Prince William Sound, do a little flying, and then on up to Anchorage, and then points beyond. So until then, from FS MaNiA, so long.
In UPS 80 heavy, just because it'll look cool with the mountains out there. Traffic, you might see 10 to 11 o'clock, 15 miles eastbound, flight at 2 F-22s, just 12,000.
We'll be looking at UPS 80 heavy, thanks.